Hey, welcome to another video. Today's video I'm going to go over how to make your dumbbell chest press the most effective and the most optimal for strength and hypertrophy, so muscle growth, right? I'm basically going to go over strength first, and then I'll move into hypertrophy. They both work together, but there's just different cues to think about when you're pressing the weight to try and get the most out of. Like I said, I'm trying to get stronger with the movement, or trying to just not really worry too much about strength, but just trying to build the tissue, the muscle, right? So I'm going to start us off here with the strength movement. This is how I set up. This is how I like to press when I'm looking to just try and get the most out of the exercise, or just moving as much weight as I can. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to think about is a lot of people underestimate the first lift off. I like to think about being very explosive, trying to get the weight up to my chest as fast as I can, because I don't want to waste a lot of time trying to really, shove the weight up there, especially when you're working with heavy weight. It takes a lot out of you. So what I'm thinking about is just power from the first step up, and then I'm already set, and then I'll press up. With my feet, I don't know if you can see my feet, but what I'm going to do is basically tuck my feet underneath my butt as much as I can. So basically, I'm sorry, I hope you guys can see this, but basically my toes are pressed into the floor, my legs are tight, so my quads are tight because I want to use leg drive for this exercise. I'm going to make sure my back is slightly arched, my shoulder blades are dug into the bench, and my chest is tall. When I come down with the dumbbells, I'm not coming straight out to the side, but really I'm going to dip my elbows in, kind of tuck them, touch my chest, and then explode. I want full extension at the top, a nice control down, and I'm just powering through the movement. So, again, what I'm thinking about when I'm doing this is trying to generate a lot of power for my legs. A lot of people really don't think about leg drive, but when you're looking at strength and powerlifting, you want to push from your legs, from the floor, use that energy throughout your entire body. So when I'm snug against the bench, I'm not just thinking about my upper body, I'm trying to keep everything tight. So once you start pushing through the floor, you should feel your hamstrings, your quads contract, even your glutes contract. Again, we don't want the butt to come off the bench, but we do want to flex your glutes. And then we're just going to, again, use as much power and force to get the weight up as fast and as powerful as you can. And that would be for strength, guys. I'm not really focused too much on squeezing my chest, trying to make sure I feel it in my chest, because I'm trying to use my shoulders, my chest, my triceps, my legs, my core. Everything is braced, everything is pushing the weight with all its might. If I'm thinking about this for hypertrophy, so I want to build my chest and just focus on my chest, because this is a chest press exercise, I want to do things a little differently. What I'm going to do is, again, now I'm really focused on just using my chest muscles. So when I come back, same thing though, I want to be explosive coming back. I'm already in position. My feet I'm just going to keep flat on the floor this time. I do want to, make sure my legs are tight. I do want to make sure I brace my core, because that's just good things to keep in mind and to keep your body as stable as possible. But then I'm going to come down with the same tuck in the elbows. And again, my positioning is the same here, guys. I didn't really switch anything. My shoulder blades should be retracted. My chest is tall. I'm going to tuck the elbows just a little bit. But now I'm looking to really feel that stretch. Come up, and I'm trying to really bring my elbows in together as much as I can to hug my chest. So I want to squeeze my chest at the top. Feel the stretch. Come up and flex the chest. Again, I'm not really focused too much on my legs. I'm just having them there for a solid base. Where it's all about just contracting, stretching, contracting. As you can see, my tempo throughout the whole movement's the same. I'm not exploding up like I was with my powerlifting movement. I'm controlling it down. Slow and controlled, because again, time under tension is what really builds muscle, right? So we want to move slow, contract the muscle, stretch the muscle, really try and just break up the muscle tissue, right? So that's what I like to focus on. Again, I changed up between the two. I mean, my goals are both strength and hypertrophy, but I believe they go hand in hand, right? If you're moving a bigger weight, Eventually over time you're going to build a bigger muscle. But it's good to kind of switch between the two, just to get like, as much out of both ways of doing the exercise, right? So yeah, there you have it, guys. Also when I talk about bending the elbows in, I made a bench press video on this, but I'm just trying to think about, again, putting people in the most, the strongest and the safest position to press the weight. So like I said with my shoulder blades, keeping them back, make sure like I have, it makes sure I have a tight back, but I'm also getting my shoulders away from overusing them, because they do want to really come into play when you do any kind of pressing exercise, because for the most part we use our shoulders throughout the day, do daily activities rather than our chest, so they're usually a little overpowering. So I like to try and like kind of spread them apart, get them away from the movement to focus a little more on chest drive. Also just the elbows, same kind of deal. I'm trying to kind of turn off my shoulders and use a little bit more triceps just to keep them safe in the long run, because like I said, we use our shoulders for so many things. We want to really make sure they're in a safe position, and tucked away like that's really optimal for your pressing. And again, of course, you just don't want your butt to come off the seat. We just want to be everything braced, tight, and just being powerful, guys. Let's see, did I go over everything? Yeah, there you have it, guys. Hopefully that helped you. Try this out. Try both ways in the gym, because like I said, they do help each other, and they do help with, again, transferring over to your bench pressing, even your machine pressing, floor presses, a lot of exercises, right? So hope you liked the video. Like I said, give them a try. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new. I'm releasing weekly videos just on instructional videos like so, nutritional advice, and just my take on different things in fitness related. Until next time, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.